Hey, what's up guys, it's Arrow, and today I wanted to talk about working experience, having a job, and being trans at the same time, which can be stressful as you can imagine. So these are going to be some tips and tricks to try to help you, and if you are starting a job or you're even in a job right now, these are some things that you can do to make the experience a lot better for you and make it better for everyone else. So without further ado, let's get on with the video. So let's start off at square one. So you're looking for a job, and the first thing that comes to your mind is, what am I going to write down on an application? What am I going to do? How am I going to go about this? Unfortunately, unless your preferred name is your legal name, I think you should go by your legal name. But fortunately, there is a way to change that. You could merely just tell them, hey, I want to be called this, and my pronouns are this and that. But these are where my steps come in, and they're very, very, very important. It is imperative that you tell them right away and you enforce it right away. You don't be cowardly about it, that you just go up to them and say, hey, I know that this is my legal name, but I prefer to be called this. And of course, kindly asking, and of course, knowing that it's hard for some people, ask them, can I be referred to as he or him, or she or her, they, them, z's, or it doesn't even matter, alright? They can't turn you down. Definitely the mistake that I made is that I told them about 2 to 3 months after I already started working there, and it's kind of hard for them to change right away, and I definitely understand that, but that's on my fault. Either way, just make sure that you enforce it strongly, and they will get the message, and they will follow accordingly, hopefully. I also understand that if you're kind of like me, and you kind of feel like enforcing that type of stuff on other people is just difficult, and it's not that it's not wrong, but it just doesn't feel right all the time, you should do it anyway. Please do it anyway, because if I'll know that I'll make the mistake, and I'll kind of just let it slide, you know, and I'm not going to get angry, but definitely enforce it. Make sure that they know that that's what you want to be called, and those are the pronouns that you want to go by. No matter what, it doesn't matter. So after that's all settled, then I think that the next part to talk about is clothing and what you can wear. Now, certain stores and certain places may have dress codes, but I definitely think that you should dress accordingly to how you want to dress. Definitely think it's the better option. Just be yourself. Go with it, alright? Now, hopefully most places are fine where they're going to be okay with that, and they're not going to say something like,
you can't wear that because you make our business look bad.
Now, if you're really feeling scared about it, then you can definitely just go up to your employer and ask them, hey, is it okay that if I wear these clothes, they make me feel very comfortable? And hopefully they will comply to your demands. Now, according to the ACLU, it is legal in some states in the United States to discriminate for being trans, which is honestly fucking ridiculous, but okay. Don't know why that is, but it's not under my jurisdiction, but hopefully, hopefully that they are good enough people to say, hey, that's cool with me, do whatever you do, and it'll be like, hey, thanks for that, B. And of course, after all of that, everything is fine and dandy, but there are still some things that you can do to make sure that your work experience is a lot better and just more comfortable for you. If you're having like a really shit day, I'd refrain from looking in the mirror. Now, maybe this is just me, but because I've got mirrors all over my workplace, I work in a bagel store, I have mirrors all over the place, and sometimes I don't really enjoy looking at myself, not gonna lie. So essentially, I don't have to, but it's there, and it's kind of hard not to. So I'm not exactly expecting you to be able to do it so quickly and, you know, whatever, but I'd refrain from looking at yourself in the mirror if you're feeling really self-conscious and really dysphoric on that day, and you're just like, the whole body and your whole mind is just like, something like that, then that would be a good idea. Moving along, now other people, like coworkers, can also kind of be an issue if you're working with people that don't necessarily support you, or if you know that they don't support you, then it can definitely be a bit uncomfortable. I'm very fortunate to be working with people that are okay with it, and they're just like, hey, what's up, Arrow? And they don't really give a shit, and I'm like, thanks, dudes, that's pretty cool. But if that's not the place that you're working at, then I suggest that you obviously stay away from them, or maybe even talk to the boss about it. If the boss is on board with you and someone else is not, then maybe there could be some sort of arrangement or something like that so you can get things settled. Because truthfully, working anywhere, school, or at an office, or at a bagel store, if you're constantly being under the influence of other people where they're not making you feel good, they're not making you feel positive because of the things that they're saying, and of course, you have to, you know, leave a little wiggle room. Obviously, everyone's going to slip up sometime, and everyone's going to make a mistake, and that's fine, but if they're blatantly doing it, they're doing it to spite you, then there is definitely a problem, and it's not easy to work in that environment. It really isn't. And hopefully employers can understand that, or teachers, or really anyone who has a high power over you, hopefully they understand that it's difficult to work in an environment where you're not always feeling good about yourself. I think that about wraps up for this video. If you have any stories or comments or suggestions, and you put them in the comment section below, and I will definitely read them, because I get nothing else to do with my life. Either way, guys, I'll see you guys next time. Peace out.